Here we go. We're on the way from West Roxbury High School in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. It's the Northside Knights and the East Coast Cardinals. Knights won the toss there for the second half, so the Cardinals start with the football, and they will start near the 45-yard line after that kick return, led by quarterback Blake Rice. We had 3 touchdown passes. 2 went to College of Manus Fox last week in their 34-7 victory over the New England Bulldogs. The other one, of course, went to their all-star receiver, Jalen Cundiff. Scored for the first touchdown of the game for the Cardinals. And East Coast Cardinals start with the ball here at about the 43-yard line. Again, Knights won the toss. They defer to the second half. This is officially the top 2 teams in the NFL, folks. We talked about it last week. We thought the Bulldogs were actually the number 2 team, but they are not. They're actually being outscored by their opponents throughout the season. We don't have actual numbers for that, but we do have confirmation that the Knights had the number 2 spot the whole time. And we start with a false start here against the Cardinals. No, not the best start that the top team in the NFL wants to have here. What if against the number 2 team? Both, by the way, I mentioned this that we thought the Bulldogs again. We thought that they had outscored their opponents. But it turns out these are the only 2 teams that have outscored their opponents all season long. So we start with the first out of 15 for the Cardinals. Blake Rice in the quarterback again. 3 touchdown passes last week. Fake it throw, short pass caught. And it looks like it is Cundiff here trying to break away. He does. Cutting it back to the other side. Kind of still going. I want to move here, but he is brought down way back near the 35-yard line. Big loss there. Big play there for number 11 for the Northside Knights. Get you some name share as we move along here. We can find number 11 here on the roster for the Northside Knights. And there isn't one. No number 11 listed for the Northside Knights defense, so we do give credit again, number 11 for defense. Maybe second down and long here coming up for the Knights. Scoreless game here. Start this one off here in the first quarter. Number 1 against number 2, East Coast Cardinals, the Northside Knights here from West Roxbury High School in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. Now a big play here. Looks like it is Jimenez Fox with the catch there, and he gets out there into Knights territory, out to the 15-yard line, or actually at the 45-yard line. Trying to get the live stream going here, folks. We've lost connection with our hotspot. We're not connecting. We're going to connect here and get back to the Facebook. So thank you all for joining us here. And just getting started here from West Roxbury High School, everybody. The Northside Knights and East Coast Cardinals. Knights won the toss. They defer to the second half. Cardinals with the ball now at the Knights 46. Throws outside. Pass incomplete. That's number 12 there trying to get to him. That is George Smith, who has won 2 championships already with the East Coast Cardinals, looking for his 3rd in the last 4 years. Played his summer ball the last couple of years with the Worcester Wildcats, who folded it before last season. That pass just out of reach. Again, a couple plays in, East Coast Cardinals get the ball first as the Knights won the toss. They defer to the second half. Apologize for the live stream audience. We had a little trouble connecting to our hotspot for a moment there. I'm not exactly sure what happened. But we are good to go now. And we'll look for the marker here. You see it in front of your screen. It's second down here for the Cardinals. They completion to George Smith, a.k.a. Storm Smith, as he is called by pretty much everybody in the NFL. Rice. Going to the sideline. Pass is caught. There's Smith, his first catch. And that is ball is near about the 36-yard line. Put it right about there. That's Smith's first catch, his second target, and he makes the catch there. And it will bring up third down. See the marker. I'll show you for live stream right there. And now they put the ball back. The 47, so they're going to say that was an incomplete pass intended for Smith. So Smith has 2 targets, no catches. Looked like Smith made the catch on the play there. Now they're going to say it's third down and 10 coming up here for the Cardinals. A big stop for the Knights. Stop the number 1 offense in the NFL. Team that had almost given up no points all season long coming into this game. But again, as I mentioned, starts this one off. They gave up that touchdown at the end of the last game against the Bulldogs to Hanil Jeremy as time expired. Third and 10, ball's at the 47-yard line. Taking cut of motion, Rice. Pressure, here comes Robinson. Rolling out. And down he goes. Knights defense coming away with a big third down stop. Number 42 on the sack there. Look, the pressure first brought on again by Defensive Player of the Week, Christian Robinson, who had 5 sacks last weekend, a 24-0 victory over the Oregon State Bluehawks. Sack goes to Raekwon Sanders for the Knights, and we have a man down. We will step aside. Still looking to see what's happened to Blake Rice. No word yet. And it looks like number 6, Corey Barrows, is in at quarterback for the Cardinals. He threw 4 touchdowns and a 56-0 victory against the Middlesex 49ers 2 weeks ago. And he is into shotgun here on first down after a penalty and a handoff here on first down. R.J. Vereen with the carry, and he was met by one of the Knights defenders almost immediately. Able to get away and sneak inside the 40 near the 35-yard line. Again, Blake Rice went down. A penalty was thrown, by the way, on Sanders, who made the sack on Rice. They called him for a horse collar, and that gave the Cardinals an automatic first down. But again, we're all hoping for the best here for Blake Rice. The NFL Player of the Week last week after throwing 3 touchdowns. Excuse me, he was almost the offensive player of the week, but he threw an interception at the end of the half. Still down over there on the north side sideline. But he is not laying down, he is sitting up. So, again, good sign. Prayers into the chat on the live stream for Blake Rice. As Corey Barrows takes over quarterback. Second down, Barrows in the shotgun. Barrows going to throw. Peps up, and down he goes. 3 Knights, and who else? There he is again. It's Christian Robinson. Defensive Player of the Week last week. He had 5 sacks and a 24-0 victory against the Oregon State Bluehawks. And officially giving credit for the sack is number 44, the owner of the Northside Knights. That's Todd Barreto. He was the guy there that wrapped up Barrows and brought him down. And that's going to be a third down here. Ball's at the 41-yard line for the Cardinals. Scoreless game here in the first quarter. And Blake Rice, starting quarterback, went down on the third play before the 4th play from scrimmage for the Cardinals. He's still down on the north side sideline. He's being checked on by trainers. When you hope for the best. And again, Barrows sacked there by Todd Barreto, along with Christian Robinson in on that sack. Third down and long, back at the 41-yard line for the Cardinals. Barrows, pressure. He's going to take off, and he's going to go down. Ball came out, but they're going to say Barrows was down before the ball came out. And once again, that's the 3rd sack of the day here for the Northside Knights. And that officially stalls the East Coast drive. So the Knights come away with a big first defensive drive here. And they're going to punt this one away. Number 13 back to receiver for the Knights. We'll get your names here for the Knights as we flip the notebook during our next pause. What a stance here. Once again, 3 sacks on the first drive for the Northside defense. And C.K. Miles will be punting this one away. I'm going to show you everybody here. And Blake Rice, you might see him around the sideline sitting up and watching. He's unable to stand, which is not a good sign for the Cardinals. And their QB1 go down early on in this game. Miles gets this one away. It's a high punt, not too far. This one will bounce and be touched near the 30-yard line. That's where the Northside Knights will come out on offense, led by Jack Miller. When we come back, you're watching New England Football League Spring Season right here on YouTube and on the live stream. Knights out on offense for the first time here today. West Roxbury High School. Scoreless games in the Knights and Cardinals. The number 1 team versus the number 2 team in the New England Football League. Led by quarterback Jack Miller. And Miller's going to hand off around first down. And the Cardinal defense make the stop there after a gain of maybe 2 on that one. And we are in a scoreless game here. Story of the game so far. Quarterback 1 for the East Coast Cardinals, Blake Rice. Sacked by Raekwon Sanders, and he fell down. And he went down, and he stayed down, and he is still down on the north side sideline. So we're hoping for the best for him. Not sure if we'll see him back in this game. We got a couple guys going over to the north side sideline from the Cardinals to check on their QB1. Corey Barrows has since taken over at the helm at quarterback. And he was sacked twice, leading to a Cardinal punt. And now that's where we stand. Second down and 8 here for the Knights on their first drive. Scoreless game here from West Roxbury High School in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. Quarterback Jack Miller leading the way for the number 2 team in the NFL. Monte Wiggins in motion. Pitch it out here to the running back. And he is wrapped up in the backfield. And there is C.K. Miles, who just had the punt for the Cardinals. Now playing some defense here, wrapping up the running back in the backfield. So I got the Wiggins mixed up, folks. Number 32, Joseph Wiggins was the one Joseph Wiggins was the one in motion. The pitch out was to Levante Wiggins, who was wrapped up by C.K. Miles. And we can find the marker here on the sideline. Should be third down. Here it is. Let me show you right there. There it is. Third down for the Knights. Cardinals looking to make a big stop here like the Knights defense did on their first drive. Wiggins again in the backfield, and it's Miller in the shotgun. Miller is going to throw for the first time. Throws over the middle. Passes incomplete. Dangerous hit there. Keelan McDonald in coverage there for the Cardinals. Intended for number 8. No flags. Pass intended for Jaden Whiting Martinez. And again, that was a dangerous throw there by Miller, as Whiting almost took a hit to the head, and that would have drawn a penalty for sure. Keelan McDonald might have got away from one with one there. And it looks like the Knights are going for it here. Inside their own territory. No, they're not. They're going to punt this one away. Jalen Cundiff, who already has a punt return touchdown here this season, is back to return for the Cardinals. Miles returned a punt for a touchdown. It was against the Rhode Island Ducks. Everyone against the Niners. And this one, another high punt here. And this one will bounce. And we'll take a Cardinal roll. And we'll stay inside Knights territory. So the Cardinals come back out for their second drive. And once again, they'll have to do it without QB1 Blake Rice, who went down on the first drive. Cardinals back out there. Scoreless game here at West Roxbury. Handoff here on first down for the Cardinals again. Without the starting quarterback Blake Rice. Number 5, R.J. Vereen took the snap there for the Cardinals. And a gain of a few there. Balls to the 40. Nobody gained about 4 on that one. So we already saw the Bulldogs defeat the Chargers. Waiting for a final score update from New Britain. When I checked the live stream, it was 26-0. And the Chargers throwing an interception to the Bulldogs. That's why I turned it off. I knew the game pretty much over at that point. And currently going at time of recording this video. It's time of the live stream. Should be about the second quarter between the game between the Ducks and the Blue Hawks. The Battle of Rhode Island. The game we were supposed to be at. Unfortunately, Macomber Stadium in Pawtucket has no bleachers. And Vereen going to take the snap here again. He's going to take off on second down. And he'll get about another extra 2 yards. It'll be third down coming up here for the Cardinals. We are scoreless here at West Roxbury High School in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. The number 1 East Coast Cardinals and the number 2 Northside Knights. And officially, folks, we're about halfway through the season. Let's take a look at the standings. Imagine you're looking at the standings right now, folks. I don't have the type of technology to do that. Again, the Cardinals are in first place. Knights right behind them in second place. This is a shock to me, folks. I'm really shocked at this. The Rhode Island Ducks are in third place in the NFL. You know, if you watched trying to think of the name of the show with David Patterson on the 3BC's page, Way too early with Pat. He talked about how he thought the Ducks were done after they lost 30-0 to these same Cardinals. I thought the same thing. Yet they're third place. They're not a bad team, folks. And I should have known from the get-go because their quarterback is Lou Gonzalez. Third down. Vereen rolling out. Oh, it's over the middle. Pass is caught. There's Kyle Jimenez-Fox, who had 2 touchdowns last week in their win against the Bulldogs. And let's check the marker. Are they going to get him? Yes, they are. Cardinal first down. Well, that's the first third down conversion, not by a penalty here today for the East Coast Cardinals. The first one was the sack, again, that led to the injury to Blake Rice. Raquan Sanders was called for a horse collar tackle, which led to an automatic first down off a penalty. That right there by the catch by Jimenez-Fox was the first third down conversion by offense. Well, it's first down. Ball is about the 26-yard line for the Cardinals. Scoreless game here in West Roxbury. Chilly Saturday evening, but again, no rain in the forecast. Thank you, Mother Nature. RJ Vereen now, good at quarterback. Vereen, pressure, going up top, and the pass is incomplete. Referee going to pull it. Yes, there it is. There's the flag. Jimenez-Fox looking for it. He's going to get it. Ref had a tough time taking it out of his pocket. That's all that was. That's going to be interference against the Knights, and it's another automatic first down. The second one by penalty given away by the Knights here in this game so far. They'll set up the Cardinals in the red zone here. The chance to score the first point of the game. We got a pass intended for Kyle Jimenez-Fox, who scored 2 touchdowns last week. And they win for the East Coast Cardinals, 34-7 of the New England Bulldogs. That game was played out in New Britain. Yeah, the referee just had a hard time getting the flag out of his pocket. They do draw the penalty. That was interference. A lot of contact, and the ball now looks like to be about the 10-yard line. Officially a first down and goal here for the Cardinals, trying to score the first points of the game. And RJ Vereen and a quarterback. Vereen's going to take it himself. Try and go right the middle, and he will dive. And they call him short. And it looks a couple yards short of the end zone there. It'll be second and goal. Vereen's trying to, and another guy from the Cardinals trying to signal touchdown, but even if you continue to tell from up here, that was not a touchdown. Got to maybe the 3-4 yard line. Second and goal coming up here for the Cardinals. Scoreless game here in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. East Coast Cardinals and the Northside Knights, the top 2 teams in the New England Football League spring season. The first in the league's 32-year history. Three receivers set bottom of your screen here on second and goal from the 3. Barrows in the backfield. Vereen over the middle. End zone pass is caught for the touchdown. George Smith gets the Cardinals on the board first here in West Roxbury. It's 6-0 East Coast. The 2-time spring champion with the East Coast Cardinals during their time in the East Coast Football League, scoring the game's first touchdown here today. And the Cardinals will go for 2. They do have a kicker, by the way. Former Worcester Wildcats kicker James Viana is here with the Cardinals. But it looks like they're just going to go for 2 here and try and make it enough the game here. We're going to a couple penalties against the Knights on this drive. And 1 third down conversion by way of offense. And on second and goal from the 3, RJ Vereen finds George Smith with a 3-yard touchdown. Now for the 2-point conversion, you got CK Miles and Corey Barrows in the backfield. And off here to Miles, and Miles is going to be swallowed up. He's not going to get there. Well, the first touchdown of the game belongs to George Smith and the East Coast Cardinals. They now lead at 6-0 over the Northside Knights. We'll be right back. You're watching New England Football League spring season right here on YouTube and on the live stream. 6-0 Cardinals, 3-yard touchdown pass from R.J. Vereen starting at quarterback now for the Cardinals. After the injury to Blake Rice, he finds George Smith on a short pass. Big return here on the opening, on the ensuing kickoff for the Knights. And they answer on the ensuing kickoff. Touchdown, Northside. What an answer for the Knights. Taking the ensuing kickoff all the way for the touchdown. We are tied at 6. Number 1 on the kickoff return touchdown there. Trying to see if I can find a name here for number 1. And now we have a name. We have a name. Sean Jackson. Sean Jackson, not this Sean Jackson. And timeout for the Bulldogs for the 2-point conversion. Try to take the first lead of the game. So at the timeout, the Bulldogs going to try to take their first lead of the game. They're going to go for 2 here. Wiggins in the backfield again. Miller in the shotgun. And Miller hands off here to Wiggins. Cut to the outside. And the Cardinals defense making the stop there. 2-point conversion, no good. We are tied at 6, but what an answer there by the Knights. Sean Jackson returning the kickoff for the touchdown. 6 up here between number 1 and number 2 in the NFL. What an answer for the Knights. We are now tied at 6 here in West Roxbury High School, West Roxbury, Massachusetts. The return here is Cundiff trying to break away, wrapped up, gets away. And here goes Cundiff down the sideline. Needs one more block, cuts away. Jalen Cundiff all the way for the touchdown. What an answer by the Cardinals. Back-to-back kick return touchdowns. Jalen Cundiff, his second kick return touchdown of the season. And just like that, the Cardinals have retaken a lead at 12-6. Wow. Cundiff, he was wrapped up. He was wrapped up at the 30-yard line, got away, ran down the sideline. Was able to beat the last defender that was there. And he was gone just like that. Let's see if Viana's not going to come out here. Once again, the kicker James Viana is here with the Cardinals, but he's not kicking. Not sure why, but so the Cardinals are going to go for 2 here, try to make it a 14-6 game. What an answer, though. Oh, my goodness. Back-to-back kick return touchdowns. How many times have we seen that? Not too many.
Hey, good kick. Great kick. Great kick with us. He's with us.
Again, that's kind of second kick return touchdown. He had a punt return touchdown against the Ducks a few weeks ago out in Almonte. And now he had a punt return touchdown. This is a kick return touchdown here in this one.
Hey, now hit the shit out of him.
And now whistle blows. And a stoppage play. As Blake Rice is being brought off the field on a stretcher. So again, this is not a good sign for the Cardinals. Our thoughts and prayers of Blake Rice as he will be taken to a local hospital here in West Roxbury. And we will take a break. Then the Cardinals going to go for 2 here after the kickoff return touchdown by Jalen Cundiff, his second special teams touchdown of the season. Back-to-back touchdown. And Marine's going to take the snap here, try to cut inside, dive for the goal line, and he's in. R.J. Vereen now in the quarterback. He takes the 2-point conversion into the end zone. And the Cardinals are leading 14-6. Now the question is, will the Knights make it back-to-back kick return touchdowns? Find out when we come back right here on YouTube and on the live stream. Back-to-back kickoff return touchdowns. I made this a 14-6 game. This one popped up. Taken here by Joseph Wiggins, number 32, down the sideline. And we will not get back-to-back kickoff returns as Wiggins is brought down near the 45. So the Knights will come back out on offense down by 8 here in the first quarter. Still in the first quarter, by the way. Should be nearing the end of the first quarter. We're at 24 minutes of recording time here from West Roxbury. Only touchdown from offense either side is the Cardinals. Again, R.J. Vereen coming in for quarterback here for the Cardinals. Throw a touchdown to George Smith. Sean Jackson answered with a kick return touchdown for the Knights. And just moments ago, Jalen Cundiff says, well, you can do, I can do better. Return the opening, the 2 kickoff after that for a touchdown. Another Knights trying to answer once again here. This matchup between the top 2 teams in the NFL spring season. Here at about the halfway point of the season as well. We only have 4 weeks left till playoffs. Well, to the end of the regular season anyway.
Just remember, they with us.
About 4 weeks away from the regular season finale. Jack Miller, in quarterback here for the Knights. First down, ball at about the 40-yard line. And a free play here, I think. No flag thrown. Bob Cody. Home run to the Seacoast Warhawks. Look like he jumped offside there. They didn't throw a flag. Let that play go. And a handoff there for about 2 yards. Yeah, we know that the Bulldogs defeated the Chargers on New Britain today to start off week number 4. Yeah, I can't talk today, folks. Week number 5 here in the New England Football League spring season. Should be nearing halftime of the game in Rhode Island between the Ducks and the Bluehawks. And again, that's a big game for the Bluehawks as they're on the outside looking in right now. And they need that win over the Ducks to stay alive in the playoff race. And that's the end of the first quarter. What a first quarter it was. East Coast Cardinals lead the Northside Knights 14-6 after 1. We're back for the second quarter. We're here on YouTube and on the live stream. Start of the second quarter, everybody. The East Coast Cardinals lead the Northside Knights 14-6. Watching the New England Football League spring season right here on YouTube and on the live stream. I'm Stephen Herr. We're at West Roxbury High School, West Roxbury, Massachusetts. Miller going up top, has a man on the sideline. Pass is intercepted. Cardinals defense coming away at a turnover. That's picked by number 25. Well, I don't have a name for number 25. Yeah, I don't have number 25 on our roster, but the pass was intercepted by number 25. And that's the first turnover by either side here in this game. No, we do have number 5. That's Stevan Brathwaite with the interception. Now we flip our notebook over and we stay with you here as the Cardinals take over up by 8. Again, the pass intercepted by Stevan Brathwaite. And Vereen thought about throwing it. Says he's got to take off and gain a couple yards. I'm getting correction here. Stephen Brathwaite. Again, I got SDE''VON. That's what it was spelled on the website. Nonetheless, the Cardinals come away with that turnover. And with that 8-point lead, trying to extend on the lead now here as we start the game. We're just starting the second quarter here from West Roxbury High School in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. You know, Marquise Hughes, does he say it like I do, or does he say it like Stephen? Again, nonetheless, Brathwaite coming with the interception. And now second down here for the Cardinals. Third receiver set bottom of your screen. Vereen steps up and down he goes. And once again, the defensive player of the week from last week, it's Christian Robinson with the sack. Now bringing up a long third down for the Cardinals. Trying to capitalize off the turnover. Officially by Stephen Brathwaite, who's at the top of my roster list. And I guess I wrote 25 too small. My nearsightedness got to me. I do apologize, folks. But we got it right. Cardinals again trying to capitalize off the turnover. Up by 8, 14-6. Here in the second quarter, between the top two teams in the New England Football League. Here in the first ever spring season for the New England Football League here in 2026. League will be entering their 32nd summer season in the summer of 2026, beginning June 13th. Timeout Cardinals. Big third down when we come back. Big third down here coming up for the Cardinals, trying to convert on the turnover. Free play. The ball goes over the head. And that one's going to roll. And Knights are going to pick it up. And he's going to be down near the goal line, but the flag is going to be an offside against the Knights, so that play didn't even count. Get the call here from the official. That should be an offside against the Knights. And it is. So again, that play doesn't even count. And that's a break for the Cardinals because that was going to be a touchdown for the Knights right there. Instead of being a more manageable third down here for the Cardinals. The Adam marker actually first down. I guess they gave the Cardinals a first down there off the penalty again on the offside against the Knights. Now they're also on the three fingers, so they're going to fix that marker. Show you right. There. There, you're going to make it. Now it's a second down, and now it's third down. So it will be third down here. More manageable third down for the Cardinals. They're trying to capitalize off the interception by Stephen Brathwaite. RJ Vereen in at quarterback up to the injury to Blake Rice, and Vereen steps up, going down the field. Has Jimenez Fox with the catch. What a grab by Kyle Jimenez Fox in triple coverage. Huge third down conversion for the Cardinals, and they are now inside Knights territory. Ball is now at the 31-yard line. Fingertip catch there by Kyle Jimenez Fox. Again, with 2 touchdowns last week in the win against the Bulldogs. And the drive stays alive. First had the offside against the Knights, and now you had the big completion at Kyle Jimenez Fox. The first down for the Cardinals, ball to the Knights 31-yard line. 14-6. Cardinals on top, looking to capitalize off the interception. Vereen rolling out. Going on the sideline, passes, caught, it's Fox again. Jimenez Fox breaking away and down about the 10-yard line. Tripping up first down and goal here for the Cardinals. Jimenez Fox picking up where he left off last week against the Bulldogs. And up for the ball at about the 10. Maybe for first and goal here. The ref waving his arm, inflicting motions, it means run that clock. Cardinals up 14-6, trying to capitalize off an interception by Stephen Brathwaite on the last night's offensive drive. And Vereen heads off here to Barrows. Barrows is going to get maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like about a yard on that one. Second to go coming up here for the Cardinals. An exciting game so far. First touchdown of the game came by way of quarterback RJ Vereen. He threw a touchdown pass to George Smith, make it 6-0. Knights tied up on the ensuing kickoff as Sean Jackson returned it all the way for a touchdown, make it 6-6. Jalen Cundiff returned the kickoff after that for a touchdown. 2-point conversion made it 14-6. And then the interception by Stephen Brathwaite, followed by a couple catches here, especially a huge third down catch by Kyle Jimenez Fox. Puts us where we are right now, second and goal for the Cardinals, trying to extend on their 14-6 lead here in the second quarter. Barrows in the backfield again. Vereen rolling out, pressure. Here comes Robinson. Pumps, throws, passes, caught. And another just a couple of yards on the catch there. Number 59, maybe one of the offensive linemen made the catch there. I couldn't really tell. But it's going to be third down for the Cardinals. Again, trying to capitalize on the interception. Trying to extend on the lead here. 14-6, Cardinals lead it over the Northside Knights. Big third down goal here coming up for both sides. Knights trying to make a stop here. Try to keep this as close as they can. Third down and goal for the Cardinals. They're in motion. That's Harris. Taquan Harris in motion there for the Cardinals. Throws, end zone pass, caught. Touchdown, East Coast Cardinals. George Smith has his second of the night. And the Cardinals have extended their lead. Now lead at 20-6. That's RJ Vereen's second touchdown of the afternoon, or evening, whatever it is at this point. Both have gone to George Smith, and they're now trying to go for two. They're trying to make it a 22-6 game. Again, George Smith's second touchdown catch of the afternoon or evening. Now 20-6. Cardinals trying to make it a 16-point game. Vereen pumps, rolling out, trying to get away to the end zone. Has a man, pass is caught. Kyle Jimenez Fox for the 2-point conversion. Oh, we have a flag, so hold everything. And it's a hold against the Cardinals, so we're going to try that again. Pass was caught there by Jimenez Fox in the 2-point conversion, but the flag is a hold against the Cardinals, so we'll try that again. Currently 20-6. RJ Vereen coming in for Blake Rice in at quarterback, who went down on the first drive and has since been taken to a local hospital. Now, an even longer 2-point conversion here for the Cardinals, trying to make it a 16-point game. And Cardinals lead at 20-6. Vereen rolling out. And almost stepped out of the end zone. Pass to the end zone, wide open. The pass is caught. And the 2-point conversion is now good. And the East Coast Cardinals have now extended their lead. They lead at 22-6 over the Northside Knights. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League spring season right here on YouTube and on the live stream. 22-6. East Coast Cardinals and an onside kick. And that's a live ball. The Cardinals have fallen on top of it. Number 0 fell on top for the Cardinals. And they're going to get it back with a 16-point lead. We're just going to get to discuss this one, but I think that the Cardinals will maintain possession here. Question is, does the ball go 10 yards? And they say that the ball did not go 10 yards. Knights maintain possession. That's a break there for the Knights. Look, the Cardinals about to take it over with a 16-point lead. (22-6) Cardinals lead. Knights starting with the football at the Cardinal 44-yard line. The Cardinals went for the onside kick. Ball did not travel 10 yards, so the Knights take over. Trying to bounce back after Miller threw an interception on the last drive. Miller, pressure coming, throws, pass knocked away. And now I got to blow the whistle dead. Waiting for us for a moment there. And number 15 knocking that one away for the Cardinal defense. Michael Garcia batting that one at the line. 22-6 Cardinals lead here on the Northside Knights. You're watching the New England Football League spring season. We're here on YouTube on Facebook Live from NAFL1. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at West Roxbury High School in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. We're second down at 10. Ball again at the Cardinal 44-yard line. Miller, pressure rolling out. And he's going to take off and go out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Only got a couple on that one. It's going to be third down here for the Knights, and this could be a big third down. They need to get this one down by 16. And now a flag is being thrown. We have extracurriculars in the end zone. A couple guys going at it. There's Taquan Johnson, the former New England Bulldog, who's involved in that scuffle as the red flag is thrown. Number 8 for the East Coast Cardinals. Maybe Will Canada involved in that as well. Now both teams were called for unsportsmanlike there. It's again, it's had the scuffle there. Go into the end zone. So we'll be a big third down here for the Knights. Ball's at the Cardinal 41-yard line. Miller pumps and down he goes. Fumble the football. Ball's on the ground. This time the Cardinals have it. Recovered by number 00 for the Cardinals, and this time they get it back. And once again, they're going to have a chance to extend on their lead when we come back. Right here on YouTube and on the live stream. Fumble recovered by Mac Walk for the Cardinals. They now have a 22-6 lead and the football at their own 42-yard line. Marine steps up. Over the middle. Passes incomplete, intended for Menace Fox. So close we get so far. We're second down at 10. Once again, ball at the 42-yard line. Cardinals defense coming with their second turnover on the last play, recovered by Mac Walker on third down. East Coast Cardinals on top 22-6 over the Northside Knights here in West Roxbury High School in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. We're second down at 10. Cardinals were able to convert on the last turnover, which was an interception by Stephen Brathwaite, as George Smith scored his second touchdown of the game. Vereen, pressure, steps up, and he's going to take off. He has room, he needs a block, and he gets it. And there goes Vereen inside the 40 down to the 36-yard line. That's a big first down there on the run there by the new quarterback in for the East Coast Cardinals. Again, we saw Blake Rice go down with a serious injury. He has since been taken to a local hospital in West Roxbury. Ball officially now at the 37-yard line. First down here for the Cardinals at the Bulldog 37 after the run there by Vereen. Handoff here. On first down goes to Darius Givens, and Givens might have gone back to the line of scrimmage there. Now we have reached a 2-minute warning, so we will take one pause really quick. 2 minutes left before halftime. The East Coast Cardinals trying to capitalize on a second turnover of 22-6 against the Northside Knights. It'll be second down here after the run by Darius Givens on the last play. Vereen going to the sideline. The pass, sliding catch is made at the 30-yard line. Looks like with Cundiff again coming away with that catch. It'll be third down for the Cardinals. They've converted a few third down conversions here in this first half so far. Think they can do it here again. And they're taking their time here as well. They're already up by 16. Knights do get the ball to start the second half, so this will be a big stop for them. They can make the stop here on third down. Arrows in the backfield here. Green in the shotgun here on third down. Vereen throwing up top, and the pass is caught. I'm not going to say incomplete. George Smith, the intended receiver, he was stepped out of bounds making that catch. So now it'll be fourth down. And that's a big win for the Knights. Looks like the Cardinals are going to go for her on fourth down. The Knights will make a stop here. It'll be huge heading into the locker room down by 16. Fourth down for the Cardinals. Ball at the Knights 30-yard line. Vereen rolling out. Steps up. Chucking it down the field, and the pass is tipped and incomplete. The Knights come away with a big stop here on fourth down. Offense come back out here with under 2 minutes less than the half when we come back. And the Knights are going to take some knees here. We're going to head to halftime here in West Roxbury. That's it. It's the end of the first half. The East Coast Cardinals lead the Northside Knights 22-6. We're back for the second half. You're watching the Northern Football League spring season right here on YouTube and on the live stream. Oh, here we go, folks. Start of the second half. The East Coast Cardinals lead the Northside Knights 22-6. Here from West Roxbury and West Roxbury High School, West Roxbury, Massachusetts. Cardinals come away with two first half turnovers. They'll convert on one as George Smith scored his second touchdown of the game. And like kickoff there by James Viano went out of bounds, and now argument between the Cardinals on the bench. We'll get back to the field here. So the Knights down by 16 here to start the second half. We'll get the ball again. They won the toss. They deferred the second half. They're starting with the ball at the Cardinal 45-yard line. And the story of the first half was quarterback Blake Rice going down on the first drive with a serious leg injury that had him transported to a local hospital in West Roxbury. So again, we send our best wishes to Blake Rice and the East Coast Cardinals organization. RJ Vereen just then stepped in. He's thrown two touchdown passes, both of them going to George Smith. The defense has two turnovers. Both teams also have a kick return touchdown on back-to-back kickoffs about that. So that was pretty impressive. Handoff here on first down. Goes to Wiggins, and Wiggins gets to about 3 yards. Tackled there by Bob Cody, formerly owner of the Seacoast Warhawks. Last played in 2023 in the ECFL. Lost the championship game to these same East Coast Cardinals that he's playing with right now. That was the East Coast Cardinals' first championship in franchise history. They wanted to win the 2024 ECFL Spring Championship, beating the Golden Lions in their first season. Went for a three-peat last year, but unfortunately fell to the Connecticut Falcons. 16-12 was the final in the 2025 Spring ECFL Championship game. One being what looks to be, as of right now, the final game in ECFL history. ECFL did not play a summer season in 2025, and they're not back for 2026 either. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with them. Second down here, Miller under shotgun, and he's going to throw. Over the middle, passes. Oh, that was almost a one-handed catch there by Johnson. You got Taquan Johnson, the former New England Bulldog, cannot make the catch there. It'll be third down here for the Knights, and again, this is not the start you want if you're the Northside Knights here in the second half, down by 16 points. Cardinals were able to convert on a Stephon Brathwaite interception by way of a second touchdown catch by George Smith. That made it 20-6. Two-point conversion called by Kyle Jimenez-Fox, who had a big game last week against the Bulldogs, made it 22-6, and that's where we stand right now. It's going to be a big third down here for the Knights. They need to convert this here. Obviously, we have plenty of football left to be played, but down by 16. And the Cardinals have been doing whatever they want here so far, outside of their last drive of the half, in which they turned it over on downs. This is a big third down here for the Knights. Ball is at the Cardinal, let's see, about the 43-yard line. Need to convert this one here. Well, hands off here to Wiggins. Wiggins at the middle, and Wiggins will get down to the 41-yard line. And it's going to be fourth down, and if you're the Knights, you got to go for it here. Down by 16 points. Start the second half. Miller's still out there. It looks like the Knights will go for it. So this is a this is the biggest play of the game by far for the Northside Knights, down by 16. The fourth down here. They have to get to the 35, so it's about fourth down and 5 here. Ball is put up at the 40.5-yard line. We'll call fourth down and 5. The Knights need to convert this. Down by 16. Miller going to the sideline. That pass is going to be intercepted again. Stephon Brathwaite down. And still going now. Somebody else picked it up for the Cardinals. He's going on the sideline. That's Miles who loses it. Now it's picked up again by another teammate. And this one's going all the way for the touchdown. What a play for the Cardinals. Brathwaite picks it back up. He's the last one to touch it. And he's the last one to score. However, there's a flag down, and it's against the Cardinals. So take away the big play. There's a pick 6 there on third down. Pass was intercepted by Stephon Brathwaite. He lost it. CK Miles picked it up. He lost it. And Brathwaite finished the job. Unfortunately, no good. Take away the touchdown. That's the second, by the way, the second consecutive week that we had a big play take it away for the Cardinals. Remember last week? So Pablo Perez scored the touchdown. Tried to make it an 20-0 game, but they were called back due to a hold. Cardinals will later score. Jimenez Fox scored a second touchdown to make it 28-0, but again, that's a play Cardinals will wish they had back when they look back on the season. And so now it's first down for the Knights, and that's a huge, giganticable penalty against the Cardinals. So the Knights now have it at the Cardinal 25-yard line, down by 16. And another whistle here. And the Cardinals take the first time out here in the second half. And out of the timeout, a huge penalty against the Cardinals. Again, that was a pick 6 by Stephon Brathwaite. Now off here to Wiggins. Gets away from a couple tacklers and spun down at about 24. It's only about a gain of 1 on that play. And the second consecutive week, the Cardinals had a huge play. Come back to a penalty. Also to get them their 28th point, just like the play last week. The screen to Pablo Perez that was taken away due to penalty. The Knights still alive in this one, down by 16 here in the third quarter here at West Roxbury High School in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. It's pretty chilly Saturday evening here in the third week of April. See, the Knights can heat things up, pun intended. Second down here for the Knights. Miller. Pressure rolling out. Gets away. And gets away again. And back out to his right. And he's going to take off and slide down. And a late hit's going to be another penalty against the Cardinals. Cardinals killing themselves here on this drive with penalties. It's going to be another one. That's going to be a 15-yarder automatic first for the Knights, who continue to stay alive here on this drive. Wait for the official signal here. Ref's going to discuss this one, but that should be a late hit against the Cardinals. And it is the late hit, 15 yards, and automatic first for the Knights. Again, staying alive here by way of penalty. 2 penalties on this drive given up by the Cardinals. Let's see where they place the football now. Let's see about the 9-yard line. I'll make a first down and goal here for the Knights, trying to stay alive here. Down 22-6. And the Knights will take their first time out here in the second half. After the timeout, it's first and goal here, shooting from the 9-yard line for the Knights. Another penalty against the Cardinals. This one a late hit, making a 15-yard penalty. 22-6 Cardinals lead. Knights trying to come back here in the third. And off here to Wiggins. Wiggins wrapped up in the backfield by Keelan McDonald. The 2023 NFL All-Star coming away with another play there. Be second to goal for the Knights. So a 16-point game, 22-6 Cardinals on top. Had a would-be pick six by Stephen Brathwaite, Would have been his second interception of the game. However, it was taken back by a penalty. And the Knights stayed alive. And then a late hit on the Cardinals, gave another 15 yards, made first and goal for that last play on the run there by Wiggins. Now, second to goal, ball's back at about the 12-yard line. So a loss of 3 on the run there by Wiggins. Miller. Pressure. And down he goes. Back near the 15-yard line. It's going to be an even longer third down here for the Knights. Again, this is a big third down conversion here, down by 16 here in the third. Knights have to get into the end zone here on this drive. Ball back about the 17-yard line, so it's third and goal from the 17. Also about 6 yards on the sack there. And down by 16 points, the Knights have to get into the end zone on these next play or two. Third and goal from the 17-yard line. And they're going to throw the flag here, and they're going to say it's a false start against the Knights. So third down, it's goal from the 22-yard line coming up. Again, they need to score a touchdown on this drive here. Down by 16 points here in the third quarter. Got to get something going. Back to the false starts. 3rd and goal from the 22-yard line for the Knights. Miller floated to the end zone, has the man, the pass is incomplete. Coverage there by Jalen Cundiff, and now 4th down and goal from the 22 for the Knights. And they for sure need to go for it here. Biggest play of the game by far here for the Knights. 4th and goal from the 22-yard line, down by 16 here in the 3rd. Miller, pressure, gonna take off. Down it goes. Cardinals defense coming away with a big 4th down stop. Their offense coming back out with a 16-point lead when we come back. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the 3rd quarter. We head to the 4th. The East Coast Cardinals lead at 22-6 over the Northside Knights. Start of the 4th and final quarter, everybody. The East Coast Cardinals lead the Northside Knights 22-6 here in West Roxbury High School in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. I'm Stephen Err. Thank you all for watching it here on the pre-recorded broadcast or on the Facebook live stream. As Vereen throws, pass is caught. It's Smith again, his 3rd catch. Loses the football, but it looked like Smith was able to grab it. Let's see. That could be a big turnover for the Knights if they fell on top of it. And they're going to say Smith did fall on top of that. Lucky break for the Cardinals. Smith grabbing that with his fingers. Couldn't even get a whole hand on it. But he was able to fall on top of it. And so we're here, folks. We're here in the 4th and final quarter, which means it's time to tell you where we'll be next week. And we have a treat for you. We're headed to Harmel Stadium in Medford, Massachusetts as the Middlesex 49ers take on the Ocean State Bluehawks. 49ers are off this week. They'll be looking for win number 1 against the Bluehawks, who are hosting, or they are technically the home team, I do believe, against the Rhode Island Ducks this week. Huge game in that one, Battle of Rhode Island. Bluehawks on the outside looking in right now. Ducks are surprisingly the 3rd best team in the rankings, in the standings in the NFL behind these 2 teams right here. So again, Niners, Bluehawks next week from Hormel Stadium. And here's a big run here. And Vereen is thrown down after being lifted or throwing himself up something at the 43-yard line. And the rest of will wave his arm in a circular motion and say, let's run this clock. 16-point game here in the 4th quarter. So it's 1st down. Cardinals have the ball now at their own 43. Up by 16 here in the 4th. And a handoff here. And he has plenty of room going down the sideline here, and he'll be knocked out of bounds at the 40. Okay, there, Jaquan Harris, who had the 2-point conversion earlier in the game to make it 22-6. That's another 1st down for the Cardinals. Gain of 17. And Alfredo Small, number 62, getting to one of the Cardinals after being pulled away by his teammate. Cardinals got to take their time. The clock and continue to run here in the fourth and final quarter. They're up by 16 points. Again, led by quarterback R.J. Vereen after QB1 Blake Rice went down with a very serious injury, which has been taken to a local hospital. Stay tuned for updates as they become available. Prayers up, though, to Rice, as we hope it's not as serious as we think it might be. R.J. Vereen's come in and throw 2 touchdowns in this game. Both of them going to George Smith, and he'll take the carry on first down, and he will slide to the 30 with another Cardinal first down. Once again, the Cardinals at this point just chewing up the rest of this fourth quarter clock, which might be running a little faster than we think. Might be out of here in no time. And again, next week, folks, we will be at Hormel Stadium in Medford, Massachusetts, as the Middlesex 49ers host the Ocean State Bluehawks. Our last game of the month of April. Can you believe we're already at the end of April, folks? Where is 2026 going? It's going by way too fast. Where you know it'll be June 6th, so we'll have the first ever spring championship game for the NFL. Location to be determined. And Rain thought about throwing. He's going to take off here again on first down, and he will get about 6-7 yards. Yes, I made the joke, 6-7. And Cardinals trying to run up the clock here. Trying to get to 4-0 on the season. We know the Bulldogs defeated the Chargers. We need to get an official final score from New Britain. And nothing yet for either from the Battle or Island as the Bluehawks and the Ducks face off. Bucks looking to stay in the top 4 of the NFL standings. Again, the Bluehawks on the outside looking in. Trying to fight for the playoff lives here in the final few weeks. They have to do next week against the 49ers, who are off this week. Second down here for the Cardinals. Ball is at about the 23-yard line. Vereen floats it up top. The pass is almost intercepted. Intended for Smith, number 11 there in coverage for the Knights. We're going to go third down for the Cardinals, up by 16 here in the fourth quarter, 22-6. Only touchdown given up was on special teams. Sean Jackson returning the kickoff for a touchdown for the Knights. Tie the game at 6. But that's been all Cardinals. And you start to think, why are the Cardinals throwing here on second down anyway? Should you run the ball, trying to run out the rest of this clock so you get the 4-0 and get here with the big victory. So, but either way, it's third down now for the Cardinals. Ball still at the 23-yard line. Vereen is going to throw again. Pressure hit as he throws. The pass is incomplete. Intended for Jimenez Fox. And now we're going to get the flag there as Vereen is now down. He was down for a moment there. He's able to get up under his own power. And that's a good sign for the Cardinals. They don't want to lose 2 quarterbacks here in this one. He took a hit, though, as he let that one go. And they got to throw that flag for roughing the passer. Or intentional. Unnecessary roughness. That's what I was trying. The word I'm looking for. And there's actually a personal foul against both sides. So that should be a repeat third down play then. I'm not sure why they call it against the Cardinals. Obviously, the unnecessary roughness against the Knights was for the hit on Vereen, who was still down. He went down. He stayed down for a couple seconds there before finally getting up by way of his teammates. Let's see if we have another quarterback change. We've already seen 3 quarterbacks in for the Cardinals here today. Let's see, Blake Rice, the story of the game, went down with a serious injury, was taken to the hospital. Stay tuned for updates as they become available. Corey Barrows went in for 2 snaps, was sacked both times. And it's been R.J. Vereen ever since. He's thrown 2 touchdowns. Both of them going to George Smith in this one. It looks like he will stay in the game here for the Cardinals. Cardinals lead at 22-6 here in the fourth quarter here at West Roxbury High School in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. And next week we're back here in the Boston neighborhood of Mendon. We are Hormel High School as the Middlesex 49ers take on the Ocean State Bluehawks. Cardinals going for her on 4th down, up by 16. Green stays in the game after taking that hit. And he's going to throw again, rolling out, steps up, chucking it up top, and the pass is intercepted. Underthrown intended for Jimenez Fox. Knights get a turnover here, and he is brought down at the 20. The Knights are down, but are they out? We will see when we come back. Knights with the ball down by 16 after the 4th down interception. Miller throws, pass incomplete. Then for number 1. Number 1 is Sean Jackson, who had the only score of the game so far for the Knights, turning that kickoff for a touchdown to tie the game at 6. Now let a receiver bottom of your screen on 2nd down and 10. Handoff here to Wiggins. Wiggins is going to be wrapped up after a short gain, if any gain at all. We're going to see a little more fight here from the Knights, but they're going to run the ball there on 2nd down, bring up 3rd down here in a 16-point game here in the 4th quarter. Knights once again taking their time here. Now by 16 here in the 4th quarter. It'll be 3rd down. See what they do here on 3rd down. It'll be a 3rd and 8. Miller throws to the sideline. Pass is caught by Jackson. But he's going to be well short of 1st down. It'll be 4th down here for the Knights. Obviously down by 16 here in the 4th. They're going to go for it. Try to stay alive. But first, we have the 2-minute warning. We'll be right back to wrap this one up here in West Roxbury. 2-minute warning here from West Roxbury, Massachusetts. The East Coast Cardinals lead the Northside Knights 22-6. 4th down. Miller going to the sideline. The pass is caught. There is Joseph Wiggins with the catch. Should be a 1st down for the Knights, and that's a big 4th down conversion, down by 16. Let's see if they have a little put more pep in their step here. Ball's at the 35-yard line. Get a huge 4th down conversion for the Knights. I think the clock stopped as well because Wiggins stepped out of bounds at the 35. Miller. Pressure rolling out. Throws, passes, caught again. It's Jackson with the catch. And he's immediately knocked out of bounds by C.K. Miles. That should, no, it will not run. They will keep the clock running here. Ref waves his arm in a circular motion, so they'll keep that clock running here. Again, we'll see if the Knights a little more pep in that step. Hurrying to the line, but not by much. Miller throws over the middle, pass tipped incomplete. And it looked like Keelan McDonald was the one that tipped that one away. Now it'll be 3rd down here for the Knights. Again, down by 16 points. Might be too little too late here. Cardinals again, a couple turnovers, a couple touchdown passes from quarterback R.J. Vereen. Both going to George Smith. Also the kickoff return touchdown by Jalen Cundiff. So all 3 sides working here today for the East Coast Cardinals, offense, defense, and special teams. Getting them their 4th victory of the year. They'll get the 4-0 in the season. Remain atop the NAFL standings. Miller Over the middle. The pass is incomplete. Intended for number 8, but the only guy there, number 25. And now 4th down, and this might be the last play of the game. The Knights cannot convert here. East Coast Cardinals lead at 22-6. And what could be the final play of the game here? 4th down for the Knights. Ball is at the 42-yard line. Here we go, last gasp here for the Knights. Miller, pressure. Here comes many of the Cardinals players. That one's going to be thrown away. And that's going to do it. Final score here at West Roxbury High School. The East Coast Cardinals defeat the Northside Knights 22-6. The East Coast Cardinals for the Northside Knights for the New England Football League. I'm Stephen Err. That'll do for this one. Thanks for turning out tonight, folks. We'll see you next time.